Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a new segment called Book Talk, or just books, book review. Anyways, I'm doing this outside even if it's freezing out. It's because my room doesn't have good lighting, as you know, from the walk party. Which is cringe, but trial and error. So this book review is a Chain of Gold. I'm gonna put the picture here. If does anyone watch the show Shadowhunters or read the books? Anyways, I just finished reading Chain of Gold, and oh my god, so much has happened. In the beginning, okay, let's start from the beginning. Grace, at first I felt really bad for her. She was alone with Tatiana in that haunted house, and her only company was James. And I was like, aw, she's lonely. She just wants a friend. So at first I was like, I didn't like her, but I felt bad for her, and I thought she just needs a friend, right? And then, boy, was I wrong, dude. I literally despise her so much. What the heck, Grace? Why? And she has powers. Sorry, spoilers. But she's so manipulative. She literally has power. She made Matthew kiss her and then use that as blackmail. And why didn't Matthew ever tell James that? After the whole thing, after Grace took back the bracelet, why didn't Matthew say anything, And I just can't with her. And this isn't really a review, just things that WTF. But also Lucy and Jesse, they're so cute. They're so cute together. I just love Jesse so much. And does Jesse eventually become alive? Because how does the Blackthorn family even survive and to become in 2012 with the Blackthorn family? So how does that happen? Cordelia and James, OTP. She's so badass. And it was funny when she's why is Daisy the nickname for Margaret if it doesn't even sound like Margaret? It's because it's a French translation. It's so cute. It's at first I must have skipped that part because I didn't know why they would call Cordelia Daisy. But then I went back to reread it and I was like, oh, right. I get it now. Okay, let me skip to the end really quick. The part where Matthew is always drunk. He's he needs help. He really does need help. But when Matthew told Thomas about the rumor that it might have been Alistair that made it, or he just heard it and then decided to spread it. But when Thomas found out, and the hurt in Thomas's face after he found out, it's just it literally made me cry, because I personally in the beginning I didn't really like Alistair, especially what happened in the school, Shadowhunter Academy. Sure, Alistair was a bully, but I feel throughout the entire book, I think Alistair he really grew on me, And towards the end, when that whole showdown happened, I literally cried for Alistair and for Thomas, because Alistair, he sincerely tries to apologize for all the bad stuff that he's done. And I literally cried, and I couldn't because I was in a public place. Because I was listening to the audiobook, and like not the actual paper book. But I literally was gonna start to cry, but I tried to stop myself because, you know, public. But like, oh my god, like, why doesn't it, like, I understand the Matthew, like, he probably took those rumors to heart, but Alistair was just a kid. I really think he matured and like is sincere and like wants to like go past the past, you know, like in Descendants where fairy godmother is like, don't focus on the past. And he's like, so you missed the future. You know what I'm saying? Don't focus. I forgot how she does it. It's like, don't focus on the past, so you miss the future. I love that movie. I love Descendants. That's besides the point. Anyways, like, I was so mad. I was sad and a little bit mad at Matthew because, like, dude, like, you need to stop drinking. You're an alcoholic. And Lucy literally, like, confronted Matthew about, like, his drinking problem, and he got so pissed. Oh my god. And that ending with Grace, where where James and Matthew, they're like in his room, and like James is like in love with Cordelia, and then his mom Tessa, he's like, James, sweetie, there's a girl for you, and he's like, Cordelia? It's like, and then it ends up being Grace. And like, I personally thought Matthew should stay there because, oh my god, like, Grace, she puts the bracelet back on James, and like, now the bracelet is even more enchanted, and it's like locked on his wrist. Like, I'm like, oh, what? Why? And now he's like all of a sudden in love with Grace again. Like, does nobody find that suspicious? Like, dude, like, you're engaged to Cordelia, and nobody finds it suspicious that he has a bracelet from an ex, even though they weren't really dating, but like, nobody finds that suspicious. Except maybe Anna. I think she finds it a little bit suspicious, but I'm not sure. I'm like, I just can't. And then it was heartbreaking when Cordelia went to James, and it's like, how did she say, like, do you love me, James? Or, I know you don't love me, or something like that. And then James is like, no, I don't love you. Like, why? Like, dude, you're in love with Cordelia. It's the bracelet, you know? Grace, like, can you just leave? Just go already. Like, I wanted to like Grace the entire book, but she just kept getting lower and lower and lower, and like, now I just hate her. I literally just hate her. I just can't. And Tatiana, can we talk about the end? Tatiana, like, I should have known it was Tatiana. Like, it was her plan in what's the guy's name? James's grandfather. Like, they were in cahoots together, like, since the entire beginning. And like, holy crap. And like, they didn't give Tatiana like a proper punishment. They just sent her to the Iron Sisters, which is the plan. It's the entire plan. Like, they're gonna literally try to dismantle the Shadowhunters from within, and like, nobody finds that suspicious. Like, why? I just can't. Rereading Infernal Devices, I forgot Charlotte and Henry had a baby named Charles, who turns out to be a jerk. Like, how can Charlotte and Henry have a baby and then turn out to be a jerk? It was like how? They're like the sweetest couple ever. Oh. I must have forgotten, but I totally forgot. Like, when I found out that Matthew had a thing for Lucy, like, that totally shocked me, because they must have mentioned it before, but then I must have forgotten. So I was shocked when I found out that Matthew had a thing for Lucy. It's like, wow. Wow. But of course Lucy thinks of Matthew as only as a brother, because I think she has a thing for Jesse, even though he's a ghost. And like Jesse like sacrificed his entire like being to save James. It's like he's like an actual ghost that James can see. Because before it was only Lucy, he was like a special ghost. But now he's like a regular ghost. And his strength is fading away. I'm like, no! And they literally had an antidote minutes after like Jesse sacrificed himself. Like if James and Jesse could just waited like maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes maximum, like we could have had the antidote for James and Jesse still be like from before, like still kind of strong. So yeah, it's just mainly a rant in a book review. Sorry, yeah, but I want to show you something. I have Tessa's necklace. It's so cute. I got it a long time ago because I've been like, yeah. So I can't wait for the next book in March. Yay. So I feel like maybe Grace might redeem herself throughout the series, but right now I hate her. Like I really hate her. But I feel like maybe it's because she's living with Tatiana and like she's making her do this, even though I feel like she does have a bit of a guilty conscience. But since she lives with Tatiana, she like has to follow what they say, or else she'll be like in deep trouble. Yeah. So I do feel bad for her, but at the same time I hate her. So yeah. Well, tell me if you guys read the book. Tell me in the comment section what's your favorite part, what you're excited for. So yeah, it's really cold right now, so I'll probably go back inside. Well, bye.
I'm not trying.